Aloha, my name is Peter Hanohano, and I wanted to make this quick video, especially because this month, the month of May, is Mental Health Awareness Month. And also, we're celebrating Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. But once again, wanted to focus on mental health awareness, and so don't mind me as I make this video. As I go throughout this video, I will be looking down. I took some notes of things that I wanted to share and kind of go over with you guys. Also, I wanted to note that I'm making this video on my own. I am gonna have my wife edit it though, so she's gonna see this, and so but I love you, my hun. Thank you for helping me put this video together. And just just kind of a disclaimer, right? I'm not a professional. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm just speaking from a spouse's point of view, and the things that I've learned throughout the years, and the knowledge that I've gained through personal experience of living with somebody who suffers from mental illness, and then also educating myself as well. The reason why I wanted to make this video on that topic is because I am happily married to someone who is has been diagnosed with multiple mental illnesses. One is bipolar, clinical depression, mild psychosis, anxiety, PTSD, suicidal, and currently postpartum depression, because we just had a little one not too long ago. And so these are things that she's been diagnosed with throughout our years together. We're coming up on 12 years of marriage, and like I said, I will be glancing down at some notes that I took, so that way I kind of share everything that I wanted to share in this short video. Okay, and I also wanted to kind of take an approach of what kind of a spouse's point of view throughout this video. I believe that there is a stigma when it comes to mental illness. I think a lot of times, people think that it's something that you can just you choose to be that way. Yeah, people think that you choose to be that way. It's a choice, and because you choose to be that way, you can choose not to be that way. And I think that's a huge problem, is that there's a stigma but when it comes to mental illness, is that if it's not physical and if it's not visible, then it doesn't exist, right? If I cannot see it with my eyes, then it does not exist. And I think that's a huge problem. But a lot of times, I think what I realize throughout my years of being married with somebody who has mental illness, I'm so proud of her for the woman that she is today, and the warrior that she is, and the survivor that she is. But when you identify, what specifically you may be suffering with, then you know that it is not who you are. It is not you as a person. Right? It is something that you now have to you have to deal with. You have to live with, right? It is a part of you, but it doesn't make you who you are, right? I've noticed that throughout my years of living with somebody who has mental illness, there's 3 different ways that people respond to somebody who has mental illness. The first type of response that somebody may have to mental illness is that they may treat you like you're contagious, right? They avoid you, right? Because they don't want to have what you have, right? They think that you can control it yourself. They think that it's just as easy as flipping a light switch in your head. And they think that it's that easy. If you can think it, then you can change it in your head, right? If you can have these negative thoughts, if you can have these negative feelings, and you are in control of that, then you can easily just fix it, right? That's how they think. And they treat you that way, and they avoid you. And just having a lack of knowledge, having a lack of understanding is a lot of why, and just a lack of caring as well, which is why some people respond to somebody who has mental illness in that way, which is sad, but very true. And they just see you, and they see you as a negative person, right? They just see you as a negative person because of your mental illness that you have to deal with, right? Which is just a part of you. It's not who you are, but they see it as that's who you are. That's what makes you. That's all you are. Is just your mental illness. You are your mental illness. That's how they see you. The second person um, is somebody who maybe says that they're there for you. They say that they care. They try to be understanding, but there's stipulations in that relationship, right? And so maybe they're there for you in aspects of your career or your schooling or your family life. But as soon as something comes up as far as you being having to deal with your mental illness, then that they get a little quiet, right? It's something that they don't want to talk about, or maybe they don't want to be there for you in that sense. And a lot of times it's just a lack of education. It's the way. But a lack of education is something that somebody can gain. You can gain that knowledge. You can gain that understanding, and if you truly care about somebody, you can learn how to be there for somebody. The last one that I wanted to share, okay, is somebody that is there for you, right? They truly care about you, and they really are there for you, okay? No matter what, they're there for you, right? And it's somebody that you can talk to, that you feel comfortable with, right? Talking to, knowing that you're not being judged, right? Knowing that there's no prejudgment, and you can express how you feel. You can tell them anything, right? Whether it's positive, whether it's negative, whether it's dark, and you knowing that they're still going to be there for you, that they're still going to love you no matter what, and that they see that your mental illness is something that is just a part of you and it doesn't make up who you are. But they better themselves, right? They better themselves as far as how they can be that support for you in your life, right? And how to better themselves, they may ask you, right? How can I be here for you? What is it that I can do to be able to help you? I understand that you're going through, these mental, this mental illness, and I am here for you. What would be the best thing for me to do as far as being a support for you? And they truly love and they truly care about you, and they do their best to fulfill that role in your life. And so once again, I'm not a professional, right? So this is just me speaking from a spouse's point of view. But God made you the way that you are, right? Whether you were born with a mental illness, whether you were born with a physical impairment, right? Whether you're missing a limb, right? Or whether you're missing a chemical imbalance in your brain, right? And it's something that you were born with for a reason. Okay, God made you that way for a reason, and I know that might be something hard to accept or to think about, but I truly believe that. And it's not just for you, okay? But God saw you that He knew that you were going to be strong enough. He knew that you were going to be the right fit. To be able to handle the challenges that you have in your life and carry this burden, this heavy load. And I can't even imagine, right? Even though I'm married to somebody with mental, I still cannot even imagine the pain and the suffering that they may be going through every single day, but God made you that way for a reason, okay? And you may think, well, for what reason would He do this to me, right? Why would He do this to me? Why would He put me through this, right? And I think what it is, I believe what it is that He knew that you were strong enough, right? And it's not just for you to be able to grow in different areas of your life, but it's something that I've noticed with my wife, is that she has not let her mental illnesses hold her back from being the person that she was meant to be, and from being the person that she wants to be, right? And I truly believe that God has not only chosen, He has chosen you. He has chosen you. You are a chosen one. You are a chosen warrior, okay? And it's not just for you to be able to still accomplish your goals and dreams and things that you want to in this life, along with the things that you have to deal with mentally, right? Along with the mental illnesses that you have to deal with, But I believe that it's also to test the people around you, right? To test the people in your life. And I think I believe that's why he chose you, right? It isn't just for you. It isn't just because he knew that you were strong enough and that you could still accomplish your purpose here on earth, even with the mental illnesses that you have to deal with. But it's also for the people around you, right? It's for the people that are in your life, and it's to test them as well, right? Which of those three are they going to be in your life? Are they going to lose patience with you? Are they going to be there for you no matter what? Can they truly love you? Are they going to truly love you? Um, and it's, once again, I don't think it's just for you. I think it's for you to strengthen those around you. And and me personally, my wife has played a huge role, of course, in my life. Not just me as a father or as a husband, but as a spouse who has been there for her, and how to be there for her, and how do I have to get better? How have I strengthened how has she helped me strengthen myself to be a better person, to be more understanding, to be more patient, to be more loving, and to love anyways, right? To just love anyways. And so I'm thankful for her for that. Truly, I'm thankful for her, and for the opportunity that she has given me to grow as a person. And so if you're listening to this and you have somebody in your life who may be going through, who may have mental illnesses or a mental illness, um, you know, decide what kind of person that you're going to be in their life. Decide how, how much of a support you're going to be to that person, and what role it is that you're going to play in their life. And I promise you, not only has it strengthened me, but I've seen blessings for myself, being that person in her life. And I've seen blessings for her as well, and being and going from the point to the point of being a high functioning person in society, and not allowing her mental illnesses to hold her back. She has to deal with it every single day. Every single day she has to deal with it, and she hasn't let her hold her back, right? I mean, there's days, like I said, that she may be feeling down, she may be feeling low, and she doesn't know how she's gonna make it throughout her day. And I know a huge thing that she, what pushes her throughout the day is our children, right? I know that as she goes throughout her day, even though she has responsibilities, even though she plays, she's a wonderful mom to our children, she still feels that way, right? She still has to deal with her mental illness, even though she gets up in the morning and gets the kids ready for the day, even when she's making dinner for them, or making food for them, or helping them with their homework, or doing activities with them. And as she goes throughout her day, and she's doing those things with them, it doesn't go away. It's not gone. You know what I mean? There's still days that she's suffering through it, right? I cannot even begin to imagine having to do the things that she needs to do, and still be having to deal with those mental illnesses, right? And my wife, man, she is the strongest person that I know. She is the strongest woman that I know. I cannot even begin to imagine. And once again, I'm gonna have my wife edit this because I don't know how to do that stuff. But my wife, she's not embarrassed. She is not embarrassed of her mental illness. She's not ashamed of it. She has accepted it. She has embraced it, and it is such a beautiful thing. Proud of her for doing that, and I'm so glad that I am able to make this video, knowing that my wife is there's no shame to it. And so and being able to be that person, for an inspiration to those around her, and I know that it will get to the point where she's an inspiration to others, to a lot of other people. And if you are and if you have a mental illness, know that you're loved, right? And if you don't know that from the people that are in your life, know that God loves you. He really truly does. That is my message to you. Once again, thank you for watching. And I love you, my hon. And I'm thankful for you. And happy Mother's Day to you as well. So that's it. Bye.